First question, back right for LeBron.
Hi, LeBron. Jim Slater with AFP. I just wanted to ask, in light of Steph Curry pulling out of the Olympics yesterday, I wondered, one, if you've made any sort of decision on that yet, even the series not being over, and two, what will be the key factors that go into the consideration of whether you would play in the Olympics one way or the other?
Well, I'm just now hearing about Steph pulling out, but my decision has never been on anyone either playing on the team or being invited or not playing. I haven't made a decision yet, and I probably will make it right after the season is over.
Front left.
Jason Lodecker, Big Journal. Ty said after Game 2 that you guys need to be more physical defensively, kind of alluding to the style you played last year. Is this team capable of playing that style again, and why? What was working defensively last year that is not working now?
Well, I haven't looked at last year's postseason. A lot of things has changed from last year. A lot of different circumstances, a lot of different rotations have changed. But if that's what Coach Lou wants us to do, and we have to follow his game plan, then we got to do it. And if guys are out there not following the game plan, then he has to sub them out, and other guys have to come in and do what he wants to do. I mean, he's the commander, and we got to go out and do it.
Bill over here on the right.
Bill Livingston, Plain Dealer. LeBron, everyone always says the bench players, the role players play better at home. Besides that and familiarity, sleeping in your own bed, what goes into the home court advantage? You guys are unbeaten so far. They had their way out there.
Yeah, we're a confident bunch, especially at home, and definitely our role players have given us a huge boost, throughout this postseason. Not only on the road, but especially at home. Our fans have done a great job of giving us everything, and it's our job to kind of give it back to them. So I know the guys are excited about the opportunity to get back out there tomorrow night and defend home court as we've done so far in this postseason.
Jermaine in the back.
Jermaine Franklin with TSN. LeBron, I asked Coach Lou if there's anything that you could do to improve your game moving into Game 3, and one of the things he said is just be more aggressive. When you're more aggressive, what does that entail in your game?
Well, for me, I try to do whatever it takes to help our team win, and I do everything. Offensively, defensively, getting guys involved, rebound and everything. So my game, doesn't waver one way or the other. I'm not a pure scorer. I'm not a all-assist guy. I'm not just a rebounder. I do everything. So, for me, I said that after Game 2 that I got to play better. But as far as my numbers, I don't worry about that.
Tom here on the right. On four.
Nothing specific. I just got to go out and play better.
Tom.
Associated Press. Bron, Kevin's been such a big part of this postseason for you guys. How do things change if he can't go tomorrow night and beyond?
It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be next man up. We're down to 0-2, and we can't afford to, to look and say, wow, Kev's not playing. What we're going to do is next man up because it's a must-win for us. So obviously his health is very important. But in the situation we're in now, we got to stay confident, and whoever coach decides to give the nod to got to be ready to go, and everybody else got to step up.
Joe in the front.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. LeBron, it's been a long time since you've been down 0-2 in a series, but your last two times, one was against the Pistons in 2007. You guys came back and won that. And the other one was the Celtics the next year, and you forced a Game 7. Do you rely at all on those two experiences as you approach this 0-2 deficit, and what is it? How do you climb out of an 0-2 hole?
I don't know. I don't really think about past experiences too much. This moment is what it is today, and you do a great job of taking me back. You love my history. You always take me back and make me go back.
One of these days you're gonna
yeah, when I'm done, me and you can talk about the history of it. But for me, I'm the leader of this team, and we have other guys that's ready to step up. Obviously, it's a do or die game for us. Can't afford to go down 3-0 to any team, and especially a team that's 73-9 in the regular season. playing the type of basketball that they're playing. So it's a do or die game for us, and we understand that. So, you know, we're gonna come in with we'll give everything that we got and leave it on the floor.
Jeff, right here on the right.
LeBron, Jeff Zilgett, USA Today. Do you guys need more three-point makes and attempts? Is it necessary? And what can be done maybe to free up some shots at the three-point line?
Well, I think being aggressive, you know, getting into the paint, and then if we can make a couple of shots at the rim, which we have not been so successful with in this two-game series so far, then it'll start opening up our guys on the perimeter. So, you know, myself and Kyrie and hopefully Kevin, we can attract some more defenders and get some bodies off some of our shooters. We can, you know, allow those guys to get open. But they've done a great job, and I know it's a game plan of those guys to take away our three-point shooters. They've seen what we've done so far in the postseason. They've done a great job of holding them down so far.
Jackie on the left.
Yeah, Jackie McMullen, ESPN. LeBron, this is a bit off the beaten path, but I know you made some dietary changes a couple of years ago to make your game better, to slim down. We saw the pictures. What kind of things do you have to avoid, and what's the hardest thing after the game that you reach for that you can't end up having?
Well, I think, you know, right now it's not as strict as it's been in the past, but obviously when you get to a point in your career where you know what benefits you more than others, then you're able to, you know, stay away from it. You know, and it's very difficult being in a household with 3 kids where it's a lot of junk food around and things of that nature. So, and they running around and putting it in your face. It's very difficult. And every now and then I'll dab with them a little bit just to either, I don't know, I say make them happy, but it actually is making me happy.
What are we talking here? Cheetos, Doritos?
I don't want to talk specific, you know, specifics, unless they want to, you know, if I say it, then I got to get a phone call from one of them.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Chris, back left.
Chris Haynes, Cleveland.com. Brian, when the Raptors tied the series at 2 last round, you said there was no need to panic. You've been in a lot of adverse situations, and you said that wasn't one of them at that time. The Warriors, you know, they just took care of home court, but it seemed like the way they did it and the size of their advantage. Does this qualify as an adverse period? And if so, how does that change what you say to the team or approach?
Well, I think game 1 we played good basketball. You know, they took care of business for 12 minutes and took us out the game, and that was the 4th quarter. Game 2, for 2.5 quarters, they pretty much did what they wanted to do. So for about 4 quarters of 2 games, they've played some great basketball. They've played as great as I've seen them play. You know, which is not always. You wish you were not on the other side of that, but I don't think it's an adverse moment. But I would say that we all can sit here and say that there's no way we can go down 3-0. You know, and I'm not a big history guy, even though I love the history of the sport, but I don't like to put myself in it. But you know, coming back home and understanding this is our home floor and we've played some really good basketball, we can't afford to go down 3-0, and especially against this team. So it will be more adversity if we got to that point, which I don't.